brothers and sisters, welcome to this heart-touching story of a man who crossed deserts, countries, religions, and hardships just to find the truth. This is the story of Salman al-Farsi, one of the greatest seekers of truth in Islamic history. His journey is not only a story of conversion, but a story of commitment, patience, and divine guidance. Today, we will go deep into every stage of his life, the background of the people he met, the historical context, and the powerful lessons we can take away. The beginnings. Salman al-Farsi was born in the city of Isfahan in Persia, in a wealthy Zoroastrian family. His father was a religious leader and a landowner, deeply devoted to fire worship, and raised Salman to eventually take over his duties. The Persians believed that fire was a sacred element and a symbol of purity. Salman was intelligent and obedient. He followed his father's instructions strictly and used to guard the sacred fire day and night. Yet he always felt a void, a curiosity about the world beyond his homeland, beyond the flame. One day his father sent him to check the estate. On the way he passed by a Christian church. The sound of hymns and prayer intrigued him. He entered and sat among them, observing their prayer. He felt peace in their submission to one God, unlike his people who worshiped fire. Salman returned home late. When his father found out, he locked him inside their house to keep him away from other beliefs. But the fire inside Salman had already been lit. Not the fire of Zoroastrianism, but the fire of spiritual yearning. Eventually, Salman managed to escape and travel to Syria, a major center of Christianity at the time. There he met a priest, a devout and humble man, and began learning the Christian faith under him. But when the priest passed away, Salman moved from teacher to teacher, constantly seeking the most honest among them. Some of these priests were corrupt, greedy men who collected wealth from the people. But Salman never gave up. After years of traveling and learning, he met a pious monk who told him, "O Salman, the time of the final prophet is near. He will appear in the land of dates between two lava fields. He will not eat from charity, but he will accept gifts, and he will have the seal of prophethood between his shoulders." These words engraved themselves in Salman's soul. The monk advised him to go to the Arabian Peninsula when the time was right. Before passing away, he gave Salman signs and descriptions to look for. Salman joined a caravan headed for Arabia. But along the way, the travelers betrayed him, took his possessions, and sold him into slavery in Wadi al-Qura. Later, he was sold again to a Jewish man in Medina. There, Salman worked hard in the fields, tending palm trees, enduring harsh labor under the hot sun. Despite being a slave, he never lost hope. He kept the signs of the prophet in his heart. Years passed. Then one day, rumors spread of a man in Makkah claiming to be a prophet. Eventually, that man, Muhammad, migrated to Medina. When Salman heard that the prophet arrived in Kuba, he rushed to him. He brought some dates and offered them as charity. The prophet, peace be upon him, did not eat. Later he brought dates again and said, "This is a gift." The prophet ate then. On another day, Salman observed the prophet without being seen, trying to see the mark on his back. The prophet noticed and lowered his garment, showing him the seal. A small mole between his shoulders. Salman's heart burst with emotion. Tears filled his eyes. This was him. This was the one. After decades of seeking, he had finally arrived. Salman wanted to join the prophet and learn from him, but he was still a slave, The Prophet encouraged his companions to help free him. His Jewish master demanded a large sum, 300 palm trees and 40 ounces of gold. The Muslims came together. They planted the trees, and the Prophet himself helped with the planting. When they grew and the gold was given, Salman was finally free. He joined the ranks of the Sahaba. The Prophet, peace be upon him, welcomed him and once declared, "Salman is from U.S. Al-Baidi." Salman became a respected companion, known for his wisdom. During the Battle of the Trench, Khandak, it was his idea to dig a trench around Medina, a Persian tactic unknown to the Arabs. The Prophet took his advice, and it saved Medina from invasion. He narrated hadith, taught new Muslims, and played a key role in the spread of Islam after the Prophet's death. He never craved power or wealth. When he was governor of Al-Madan in Iraq, he lived in a small hut and ate barley bread. In his later years, Salman aged gracefully. He remained humble, poor by choice, but spiritually rich. He often wept when remembering his long journey and the mercy of Allah that led him to the truth. Before his death, he smiled and said, "Tomorrow, I will meet my beloved Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions." Timeless lessons 1. The truth requires sacrifice. Salman gave up wealth, comfort, family, and endured betrayal and slavery, all for the truth. 2. Guidance comes to the sincere. His sincerity in seeking truth led him from fire temples to churches, and finally to the Prophet. 3. Never underestimate good deeds. Planting trees, freeing slaves, and offering advice all helped build Islam. For Islam is a universal religion. Salman was Persian. Bilal was Ethiopian. Suhaib was Roman. Islam united them all. 5. Spiritual richness greater than worldly wealth. Even as a governor, Salman lived simply. Ear viewers. Salman al-Farsi's story teaches us that Allah guides whom He wills, no matter how far they are. If your heart seeks truth and you stay patient, Allah will show you the way. Let us make dua that we always seek knowledge with sincerity, that our hearts remain humble, and that our paths lead us closer to Allah, as Salman's did. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.